It's like I think there's a wild man in everybody, you know. It's like all I am is a conductor of mayhem. I like.
There's a wild man in everyone, Ozzy once said. But not every wild man defines an entire genre of music. Over 5 decades, Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, has dominated heavy metal with thunderous riffs, iconic vocals, and a brutally honest mouth. He didn't just live rock and roll. He was rock and roll. But behind the madness lies a man with sharp opinions. Not all bands earned his respect, and some, according to stories from the road, earned his eternal disdain. Welcome to Rock Fame Diaries. Today, we uncover 6 bands that allegedly landed on Ozzy Osbourne's musical blacklist. 1. Judas Priest. Leather-clad copycats. Before we dive into hairspray and rap rock, we begin with the most personal rivalry, Judas Priest. Born from the same British steel that forged Black Sabbath, Judas Priest emerged just as Sabbath began to unravel in the late 70s. According to rock historian Eddie Trunk, Ozzy reportedly viewed Rob Halford as a challenger to his metal throne. "They waited until I was down," he allegedly told his inner circle, "just to step over me." Things got more heated when Priest recruited guitarist KK Downing, someone Ozzy had eyed for his solo band. Former manager Don Arden recalled Ozzy smashing a TV in rage over the news. The final straw. A 1986 backstage exchange at Monsters of Rock, where Halford allegedly questioned Ozzy's vocal strength. Ozzy reportedly shouted, "I invented the music you're playing, you leather-clad copycat." Decades later, Ozzy still appeared unimpressed by Judas Priest's accolades, once allegedly saying, "Awards mean nothing. I've been connecting with real fans since before they knew what leather pants were." 2. Limp Bizkit. Noise in a red cap. Fast forward to the late 90s. While Ozzy stood as metal's elder statesman, Limp Bizkit stormed the charts with backwards caps, aggressive riffs, and rap rock angst. But Ozzy, he reportedly saw it as an insult to metal. During Ozzfest 1998, Limp Bizkit's behavior backstage allegedly annoyed Ozzy so much that he muttered, "They're jumping around like monkeys, but where's the actual music?" Although he didn't always name names in interviews, fans picked up on the subtext. In 2001, Ozzy allegedly told Metal Hammer, "Wearing a cap and shouting isn't metal. That's just noise with no soul." Things escalated when Fred Durst reportedly said on air that Ozzy was past his prime. Ozzy's supposed response: "Durst wouldn't know real metal if it bit him on his red cap." Even in 2019, when asked about new metal, Ozzy allegedly sighed, "Some movements in music should stay buried where they belong." 3. Bon Jovi. The Plastic Era. Now rewind to the 80s. Hair metal ruled MTV, and Bon Jovi was its golden boy. But while fans belted out, "Livin' on a Prayer," Ozzy allegedly rolled his eyes. During the Hairspray metal peak, Ozzy was releasing No Rest for the Wicked, battling real demons, not MTV ones. Meanwhile, John Bon Jovi was flashing smiles and big hair in front of cameras. According to guitarist Jake E. Lee, Ozzy once said, "They're bloody dentists with guitars. Where's the darkness? Where's the truth?" Tensions flared at the 1987 Moscow Peace Festival, where Ozzy reportedly scoffed at Bon Jovi's perfectly choreographed set, "This isn't rock and roll. It's a West End musical." Producer Max Norman, who worked with both acts, said Ozzy viewed Bon Jovi as comfort food, pleasant, digestible, but ultimately forgettable. 4. Kiss. Clowns with guitars. Long before Fred Durst irritated Ozzy, Kiss reportedly made him furious by turning rock into theater. In the mid-70s, KISS's glam circus was on the rise, and Ozzy allegedly wasn't impressed. "They're turning rock and roll into a bloody circus," he reportedly grumbled. "It's like watching clowns with guitars." An alleged 1980s confrontation with Gene Simmons only fueled the fire. Simmons, always the businessman, told Ozzy he needed to market himself better. Ozzy's legendary reply: "I'm marketing music, mate, not action figures." While Kiss reveled in catchy anthems and face paint, Ozzy's music delved into madness, pain, and raw emotion. He once supposedly said of their music, "All show, no soul." 5. Guns N' Roses. Bloody inconvenient. It wasn't always bad blood between Ozzy and Guns N' Roses. In fact, they once toured together in 1988. But what started as mentorship quickly became resentment, especially when Axl Rose's chronic tardiness kept fans waiting for hours. Ozzy allegedly stormed backstage after a delayed show and shouted, "They're not dangerous, they're just bloody inconvenient." According to his crew, Ozzy never let it go. Even when Slash briefly joined his band in 1995, he reportedly poked fun at Axl, saying, "I've been called crazy my whole life, but that bloke makes me look like the bloody Pope." When Guns N' Roses finally reunited, Ozzy allegedly quipped, "Reunions are for bands who ran out of ideas. I never stopped long enough to need one." 6. Motley Crue. Bad boys are posers. Finally, a feud that borders on ironic, Motley Crue, whose wild antics once mirrored Ozzy's own. In 1984, the Crue opened for Ozzy. The tour was legendary, for all the wrong reasons. Ant snorting, public urination, backstage dares, it was chaos. But Ozzy, according to insiders, saw it differently. "They're playing at being bad boys. I am a bad boy." Tour photographer Neil Zielozower remembers Ozzy watching the Crue's glam heavy set and muttering, "They've gone from dangerous to bloody ridiculous." While Ozzy battled demons in private, he allegedly viewed Motley's antics as exaggerated for shock value. "These California boys think they invented madness," he supposedly said. "I was banned from countries while they were still in nappies." Whether it was over style, substance, or sheer ego, these musical feuds show that Ozzy Osbourne never bit his tongue, even when he wasn't biting bats. His uncompromising belief in what makes real metal. It ruffled feathers, bruised egos, and sparked decades of drama. But one thing's clear, in a world of posers, Ozzy always stood his ground, loud, raw, and real. This has been Rock Fame Diaries. If you love uncovering the gritty stories behind rock legends, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tales from the darker side of music. Until next time, stay wild, stay true, and keep the metal alive. God bless.